Hey guys, it's Scott from Decide to Be Free Online, and today I want to share with you a tool that I built recently to just kind of help folks who might be struggling with whether they want to stick it out with their retirement plan. Really, a lot of folks I find are just kind of guessing at what retirement might be looking like for them, and you know, many of you guys by now may know that I have a fairly extensive background in data analysis in my career with the Army, in particular my 17 years as an Army civilian when I was doing test and evaluation of different types of intelligence sensors and whatnot. So I'm a Excel geek and a data analyst, and so I'll take you on a little trip going back to when I was still an employee with the Army, uh, very much devoted to getting to uh, my retirement age. I had invested at this point at that time, about 28 years toward a retirement with the Army. Really was kind of staying stuck in a job that at that by that point in time I was kind of ethically at odds with. I'll get into that another time. But so anyway, I was staying in a job that was not so fulfilling to me for the purpose of making it to my retirement. And like so many folks, for years and years and years, I had just been dutifully putting away my 3% into my 401k every month, which was matched by my employer. We've all been admonished to follow that model. And I really wasn't paying attention or analyzing what my retirement was going to look like when I reached retirement age. I do remember back in 2007 and 2008 uh, when the Great Recession occurred, when so many real estate investors really failed. We had a couple of, when the taxpayer bailed out the car industry, the mortgage industry. Personally, in my 401k at that time, I watched about $83,000 just evaporate overnight, and it took me years to recover that. But anyway, getting back to the story, so I was about 50 years old at the time. I wanted to retire at age 59 and a half, my minimum retirement age, and I started really asking, am I staying in this job for the right reasons? Namely, is my retirement plan really going to pan out for me? So that's when I took it upon myself to take a hard look at what was achievable given the circumstances that I had at the time. So I've recently just built this particular Excel calculator, which is a sort of a it's very similar to a tool that I built for myself back then when I wanted to really look at my retirement situation. So I'm going to make this tool, by the way, available for you guys to download. You can download it free. Uh, you know, it's I'm going to show you how to use it. It's super simple to use. So, I do want to say this, guys. This is not about convincing you that your retirement plan is a failure, okay? Uh, you get to have your own opinion about that. What it's about is, you know, for some people, the 401ks, the IRAs have worked because they started early, they've saved well, they haven't had to dip into their savings, you know, and it's worked for some people. For other people, though, it's not. And so I'm not here to convince you one way or the other. What I'm here to do is give you a tool to make an informed decision on your own about what retirement looks like for you, if you're someone who even has retirement savings. So let's get into this workbook here, and I'll show you how to use it so you can uh, make a good informed decision about how your retirement's looking. So this was the situation or similar situation that I was looking at age 50. At that point in time, I had about $150,000 in my 401k. My annual investment amount, I was making a little over $108,000 a year in my salary. I was I was contributing 3%. I think it was 3%. The numbers I've entered here are based on 3% uh, contribution each paycheck, which was matched 3% by my employer. So that was 6,500, around $6,500 a year. Um, this may be a bit unrealistic, the annual rate of return. Most 401ks aren't going to do that well, but I'm I'm gonna I'm just gonna leave it at 8%. Maybe it'll do better, maybe it'll do worse. And so the period of investment at the time I had just turned 50. My target age was 59 and a half, so investing for a period of 9 years. And you'll see here that, and by the way, this whole section up here, guys, uh, it's basically a known value calculator. So you can put any four values in here. It doesn't have, you could let's 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 just delete the 9 here, and I could put in 381.20, and you'll see that it'll just calculate the unknown value. So hope that I made sense with that. So anyway, I had 9 years left to retirement, and I could see that if I made an 8% return over those next 9 years, my balance in my 401k was going to be $381,000 thereabouts. And this doesn't take into consideration that I had a pension as well, and that I had Social Security. By the way, my situation was a lot better than many people because I had all three. I had a retirement, I had a pension, and I had Social Security. All would be contributing to my sustainment throughout my retirement years. So this is painting a bit of a one-sided picture for my particular situation. But even accounting for Social Security and and my pension, uh, the lifestyle I wanted to live in retirement, it just wasn't going to work out for me. So I don't know what your situation is, what your retirement goals are, if you even are planning for retirement. But anyway, just use this tool. So then the question is, once you've determined how much or how big your retirement savings could be at your retirement age, uh, how long is that money going to last given the lifestyle that you want to live? So that's what this segment of the calculator does for us. So I set my retirement age at 59. Uh, really, $6,000 a month is not the way I want to live in retirement. It's more like $8,000 to $10,000 a month, but I'm going to leave it at 6,000 for now. I'm going to account for 2% annual inflation, and I'm going to account for the same 8% earnings on the balance. So as I'm drawing down by 6,000 a month, the balance is still earning 8%. Okay? And you'll see here that in my particular scenario, my money would last only until I was 65 and a half years old. So about 6 years, 6.5 years, until that money was gone. So it didn't paint a very bright picture, and it was a big, big wake-up call for me. Now, I know that um, of in the United States, people among people 55 and older, less than or only about a third of people even have retirement savings or a pension or any means of retirement at all. And those that do, the average balance is only $115,000. So obviously for that segment of people, the save and retire model is just not working out. Now, if you're one of those people for whom it is, I'm super happy for you. Um, you know, we're all envious, I'm sure. But for me, this was a big wake-up call. I want to make this available to you guys. It's a free download. Like I said, you can share it with your friends. Uh, if you know somebody out there who is, kind of struggling with what that looks like and they need some help figuring that out, send them this calculator and help them out. So Guys, drop me a line if you want to talk about this. You want to tell me, if there's something I can help you specifically with. Um, it doesn't even have to be around this. I'm, kind of an Excel guru. I do programming in Visual Basic. If you have questions about something you're struggling with that I can help you with, reach out. I'd be happy to do that. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk with you soon.